Alrighty, welcome back to the big show. Jamal Hartman here. It's the Daily Hour brought to you by the BAC Group of Companies, Medical House Lindos, and People's Pharmacy. Don't forget to subscribe on our website. Follow us on all of our social media channels to stay up to date with all that we have going on. Help us grow beyond the mic as we do our part to continue to improve our community. Without further ado, let's bring in our guest for the day. Let's give a warm TDH welcome to the CEO of Mailboxes and our friend, Bryson Hagan. All right, calm down. Bryson, welcome back. It's been a while.
You're too kind, Jamal. You're too kind. I'm happy to be here with you guys. Happy holidays in advance for everyone listening. And yeah, great to be back. Thanks for having me.
No problem. No problem. Thank you. But before we get into today's conversation, I've got to ask you, it's National Device Day, and, everyone's on the iPad, the laptop. Some said their TV screen, some said their spouse. I mean, what's your favorite device?
Well, I don't know if it falls into the device category, but I'll say like a hobby and something like I guess, yes, some tool to have fun, because I kind of associate that with devices now, but it'd be fins. So I'm an avid free diver.
Okay.
And so I'm out there protecting Bermuda's reefs on the weekend, taking out the lionfish, and I get a lobster here or there when they're around. But yeah, fins. My fins are probably my most prized device, I guess, especially this time of year.
You're a brave man. You're a brave man. We appreciate you. we did get someone else who said noise canceling headphones. Yeah. That's who doesn't want to be bothered. Well, Bryson, thanks so much for doing this. As I said, Mailbox has been a partner of us this year, and really, really encouraged by people, many of our audience who had already been members of Mailboxes prior to you guys coming on board. But let's just start off by explaining to people. Look, I see on social media all the time people shipping to Bermuda. It's probably one of Bermuda's favorite pastimes to ship things to Bermuda, right? But there's options. Remind people how Mailboxes differs from other courier companies as it relates to shipping things to Bermuda.
Yeah, well, it's a great question. So let me break it down a little bit for you. I mean, if you look at your local shipping partners, you have, Mailboxes, obviously, where we do express and consolidation. You have our friends down the road, ZipX, who are, doing no consolidation, but they ship to the island, and they also give you a U.S. address. And then you have the main couriers, DHL, FedEx, UPS. And so if you kind of bifurcate all those out and you look at what does Mailboxes offer, we always say that we've got transparent pricing, fast speeds, and the best customer service. And so when we say transparent pricing, if you look at the courier firms, you're often getting charged for processing fees, advanced duty payment to customs, where they're basically, they're making the duty payment and then they're charging you $17 to make that payment. So if you look at those processing fees as a whole, just by importing one shipment through a courier, you may have upwards of $40 in processing fees. And so when you look at Mailboxes pricing structure, there are no processing fees. We always say there's no, I got you moments or surprises. And that's a key differentiator for us compared to the couriers. If you look at locally and the local competitions that we have and the local businesses, really what we offer is outside of the peak season, we offer a consolidation service. And what that does is it helps clients save money where they're only paying the first pound once. And the reason I say it's going on all year round, except for right now, is because we're in our peak season. And what peak season is all about is speed. And so when we look at what the team is accomplishing right now, I'm really, really proud of them. And it's we call it our Super Bowl of shipping. And so we're here, we've practiced all year, and what we're delivering right now is about 72 hours on our transit time. So from the time it gets to our door in the US to when it's in your hands here in Bermuda, it's 72 hours. And during a peak season, that's genuinely unheard of. So
indeed. Audience, I'd like to know from you, audience, yes or no, do you have Mailboxes membership? Just yes or no, do you have Mailboxes membership? I want to jump to membership because I think the idea is really to help people and make it easy. Explain the benefits of a Mailboxes membership to the audience.
Yeah, absolutely. So for those members who, I know you've asked the question, but for those members who have not signed up yet and they're interested in signing up, I'm going to give you a real easy one to remember here. It's Mailboxes mailboxes.bm/the daily hour. Using that tagline, you're going to get 2 years of membership free. And that's just our gift to the listeners of the Daily Hour. So that's first and foremost, Jamel. And then when you look at what does a Mailboxes membership offer you, so it offers you access to shipping to Bermuda in 48 hours. Sometimes it's been as quick as 36 hours, but it offers you access to the island and to ship globally. We always encourage to shop locally. But for those items that you can't get locally, the next best thing to shopping locally is to ship locally. And that's what Mailboxes is. We're involved in the community. We are a 100% Bermudian owned business. And outside of myself, Jamal, the rest of the team is Bermudian. So that's what we offer there from just a membership and the inbound side of things. The other aspects of the business that you have is that if you import an item with Mailboxes, it's the wrong size shirt, it's the wrong color, your loved one wants to exchange a purse or a bag and get a different one, you can send it back to the shipper for 70% off courier's public rates. And so we partner with DHL to do that. But that's our gift back to our members so that, returning things, you can actually get what you want. That's a big thing. And then just along those same lines for importation, I already touched on the weekly consolidation. We will basically hold your shipments from Friday through until Thursday, and then we'll consolidate everything together so you get it one time around. Those are the primary benefits of a membership, Jamal. When you look at what are the other things that Mailboxes does, we have a service called ProPack Service. And we never want to see people leaving the island, but we understand that life's adventure takes people off the rock. And from that perspective, ProPax is there to help make that moving process as easy as can be. And what it is a white glove service. Our team comes over, they will take inventory of what you'd like to ship out. They'll tell you what we can handle in-house and what makes sense to ship with our service. They'll also tell you, hey, those big sectional couches or that massive bedroom furniture, you probably don't want to use us for it via air, but we get you preferential rates through some of our shipping partners on ocean. So that's some of the benefits that come with it. And outside of that, the other benefit that we always talk about is you get a local Bermudian. And so if there's issues, we hope there's never issues, but we're not perfect. And so when there's issues and you need to call and talk to someone, pick up the phone, call us at 292-6563, and you're going to get a live person who's local and understands the shipping process from end to end.
That's a big thing for Bermudians as well. Locals, speaking to a local. We did ask how many, if you had Mailboxes membership audience, do you have Mailboxes membership? David Michael Wilson said yes. Mark Arthur C. Phillips said yes. Manuela John said yes. Suzanne Ingham said yes. Pamela Wade said yes. Hadley Swan says, I surely do have a membership through the Daily Hour. I love the customer service and the parking is delicious and convenient. Delicious parking. Interesting. No criticism. Earl Trott says no. So we're going to remind you, Earl Trott, just go to mailboxes.bm/the Daily Hour for 2 free years of membership. Mark Arthur C. Phillips says, thank you, Mr. Hickman, for sponsoring TDH. I've become a customer and I truly am impressed by the service. We have a question for you, Bryson. Suzanne Ingham's asking, if I wanted to ship something to Europe, can I use your services?
Absolutely, Ms. Ingham. And so what you get by just being a member, and I'm glad you brought it up because I gleamed right over it. So just by being a member, you get 20% off of DHL's rates. Now, don't run down to the store and tell them that, but when you come into our store, we'll give you 20% off the public listed rates there for DHL. And we're able to do that through the volume. And if we've got our whole membership base coming in and shipping through Mailboxes, we tender it over to DHL, and then we pass that 20% discount along to our clients. So that's our gift back to you. You can go anywhere in the globe, 220 plus countries and territories. And what Mailboxes does is we seek to support you through that process. So if there's a hang up in customs on the other side, whatever that case may be, our team is going to be more or less your agent and your voice to help get that thing through. So if you're talking about care packages to a loved one abroad, absolutely, come on in. We'll take care of you.
Indeed. And I think you kind of answered this. Sean Smith asking, do you have reps in Europe?
Not yet, Mr. Smith. We're working on it. We want to get some additional warehouses open. We've got a lot of growth that we really want to focus on in the next 24 to 36 months. I mean, I've been with the business, believe it or not, I'm going on 2 years. It's kind of flown by just like that, but I've enjoyed every minute of it, and it's not been a day of work. It's been 2 years full of fun, and so we've focused a lot in the last 2 years to really improve on our core service offerings. And now that we've cemented those, we're going to start to move into some growth strategies and growth mode. So Europe is certainly on the table. We're looking at all options, and hopefully we have some exciting news for you here over the course of the next year or two.
Indeed. I just thought you answered it in saying that you work with DHL, so you didn't have anyone. So
going there is, we use DHL to support with. Coming from Europe into Bermuda, because we don't have a European-based warehouse, it becomes a bit tough. Now, what I will say, if people are out there and they're saying, ooh, I really want that thing from Europe or wherever the case may be, I really don't want to use DHL, or their shipping's outrageous, whatever it may be, as long as it's under $800, because that's the US de minimis. And so as long as the value is under $800, you can ship it to the US duty-free. And then what we will do is we'll bring it down through our normal service. And so that is an option for you. When you get over that $800 de minimis value, you start to pay US duty. And as much as we'd love to help you, I also want to look out for our consumers. I don't want you to pay double duty, because at the end of the day, it hurts, right?
Sean Smith, he said, keep Portugal in mind.
Duly noted. Thanks, Mr. Smith. I think it's, look, if I may, Jamal, I love doing these things. I love the listeners. I love the daily hour. And the reason I say all that is because, Mailboxes is a feedback-oriented organization. We had our holiday season last year, and we cut the weekly service off very early in the year, November 1st. We were trying to accommodate volumes and make sure we got everything here quickly. We were a bit slow to reopen it, not on purpose, just because we were trying to adjust to shipping fluctuations in the supply chain. And what we heard from our clients was like, hey, leave that weekly open as long as you can. We really, really enjoy it. So Jamal, I really love it. And it makes me smile. So thanks, Mr. Smith, and everyone who's listening, because we take that feedback. And I'll give you a prime example. This year, we held our weekly consolidation service open 11 days longer. So almost 2 weeks longer than we did in the prior year. And we've reopened it effective January 2nd. So we've brought that forward like an additional 6 days, 7 days from whatever it was last year. So really, all in all, we're basically offering our weekly consolidation service almost 3 weeks sooner than we did last year. And what that does is it allows consumers to save a bit of money there as they consolidate their stuff. And it's feedback like that. Feedback's a gift, and if we don't hear the feedback, we can't change our service. And so just to everyone listening today, thank you so much. And Jamal, thanks for having such an engaged audience, because that feedback is what makes a difference for our business as we grow and we create Bermudian jobs. So thank you.
No, thank you. Mark Phillips asking, good morning. I have a package being delivered to your warehouse on Saturday. Will someone be there to collect it?
Yeah, look, are you planting these questions, Jamal? Because these are great questions, So here's what we've committed to the island. So if your package is to us by December 20th, so that's Friday, you will have it in hand for Christmas under one condition. We need you to send your invoice before the package is delivered. So if you get your invoice to us as soon as you order it and the package is delivered by December 20th, it will be in your hands for Christmas. That's my guarantee to you, okay? Barring any customs or anything like that. But we clear like 99% of our material the same day that it arrives. So really good track record there. And then what I would say to the listener is, that's our delivery commitment. That's what we're willing to almost, basically guarantee is December 20th. But the team is working incredibly hard. I'm flying up to go spend the last 4 days with our US team here on Thursday. And based on what I'm seeing, come Wednesday, as things come into our building on Wednesday, they're going right out the other side. So Saturday, I can't promise you, but what I will do, since I'm going to be up there in the facility, I'll keep an eye out for you. And, we're doing our best to make sure everything delivered on Saturday, even everything delivered on Sunday and Monday, we're doing our absolute best to get it down here for Christmas. And if you could just help us out and do your part and make sure we have your invoice, that will make the process go that much smoother and get you that much closer.
Indeed. Michelle Doors has a question. Is there an extra charge bringing in essential oils? Some companies charge fees and others do not.
Yeah, Ms. Doors, no. So we are against fees. When I say no processing fees, I've had fees of all kinds pitched to me, and the answer is always a hard no. And that's because we want to make shipping easy. We don't want to have gotcha moments. And so if you look at some of our international competitors, I'm sure you all have been aware of the dispute we had with the post office and a US-based company called MyUS. MyUS, for example, will charge, I think it's like $40 or $15 for shipping essential oils because they call it a dangerous good. The reality is, if you look at the regulations of international airline transportation, essential oils most times are not dangerous good shipments.
Okay.
Now, our competitors are classifying that because that's a way for them to drive up their revenue and charge extra fees. Those are the gotcha moments, right? And so we don't believe in charging those fees. Essential oils, 9 times out of 10, are not dangerous goods. They come down on the aircraft as usual. And for those 1 out of 10 times where it is a full carriage dangerous good, it does require additional inspection and regulation. We work to get those down here once every 3 weeks or so. And there's no extra charge to that. That's just what we believe in, and that's what we deliver.
Yeah, and this has been helpful because I didn't even consider what you just said in terms of that being considered dangerous, essential oils, and yeah, being a cash grab in some respect. But thank you for that. And we've got Sankofa Bermuda says, can't beat the convenience of mailboxes and appreciate the services. All right, Bryson, just remind them. December 20th. That's how they can ensure they get their stuff before Christmas, correct?
Just up December, make your purchase, make your online purchase, make sure you're shipping to the right address. It's in Delaware. Don't ship to our old address in New Jersey. So make your purchase, ship to our Delaware address. As soon as you get that invoice, upload it to our dashboard, and that's at dashboard.mailboxes.bm. And then once you've uploaded that invoice, there's nothing left for you to do except watch the dashboard for when it gets here in Bermuda. If you get the package to it, you've done all those steps, you get the package to us by December 20th, you will have it in hand for Christmas. We're working hard to get things that are delivered on Saturday and Sunday and Monday in your hands for Christmas as well. So I would say is, don't hesitate to shop. You will be shocked to find this out, Jamel. If someone were to try to ship Amazon from the US into Bermuda and ship direct, you cannot do it and make it for Christmas in time. Wow. The earliest delivery date, if you buy direct from Amazon and ship to Bermuda, the earliest estimated delivery date at the moment that I found is January 2nd. So we're at this point in time where, like, I know I've got a few gifts. I'm a bad husband, so so bear with me here, right? I've got a few gifts that I'm waiting to have come in here, but if it weren't for mailboxes, there'd be no way to get them here in time. So you still have 3 solid days to get it to our U.S. warehouse, and then you got 3 days of, can't guarantee it, but we're looking good. If you get it in the next 6 days, you could have that in your hands for Christmas. So,
Bryson, this was extremely helpful. Audience, you have all the information not to have what you need come Christmas Day. Thank you so much for making time for us, Bryson. Safe travels, as Suzanne. She's sucking up to you. I don't know if she knows you, but she says, I'll miss you, Bryson. Come back safely.
Look, I love the daily hour, Jamel. I'm happy to come back. It's great having the listeners. Please, if you have feedback for us, don't hesitate to share it. My email is bhakeman@mailboxes.bm. I love to hear from our customers. I'm here in the store. The team actually just wrapped up our shipment about an hour ago. So we're working all hours of the night to make it happen. I got a little bit of a baggy eye here because I've been up since 4 helping the team. But you know what? We're working hard to make it happen, and all the positive feedback is what brings joy to us, is delivering smiles to you. So thank you, Miss Ingham. Thanks, Jamel. Thanks to everyone listening, and happy holidays.
Same, Bryson. Talk soon. Have a great one.
All right. Sounds good. Thanks, everyone.
Bryson Hakeman, Mailboxes. Shout out to the Mailboxes team over there doing the work for the people to keep smiles on everyone's faces. Folks, don't go anywhere. If you appreciated today's conversation, found it helpful, give us a thumbs up, a love, a like. We're going to take a quick break. Be back in 2 minutes, 41 seconds to wrap it up. Stick with us.